I have discussed in the previous part regarding different plugins, how to install those plugins. If you have missed that part, you need to see the recordings. So I have installed some plugins that I have previously told. First of all, I need to create a zero model over here. So how can we create? We just need to have a data set that we have already loaded here. So after creating a number of indicators in this zero model, we need to drag and drop our indicators over here, just like this. You just need to drag and drop your indicators here, just like this. Zero model means that when you are creating a model of a single construct, so it means that you have a number of indicators with a single construct. It means it is a zero model and you are running a CFA based on this model. So what you need to do next, you need to adjust the name of your indicators over here. So for example, I will select all of these indicators. I will select this change the shape object, just like this, and it will look like this. So it has changed the shape of the objects. You just need to click on unselect or deselect all objects so that it could be free from any type of adjustment. So we have adjusted the name of the indicators. Now what we need to do, we need to go to the main constructs. We need to double click on it and we will find the object properties. We just need to have a name for this construct. Like for example, this is adopt construct. So we just need to write the name of these constructs. Now, what we need to do, we need to run a CFA model. Basically, the content of this discussion is running a zero order CFA model. So this is basically the confirmatory factor analysis for zero model. So zero model means that when you have indicator for a single construct and you want to run the CFA for this model, this is considered as a zero model. So what we need to do, you can see there is a name in the construct, there are names in the indicators too, but you see that the error terms are blank, they are without the names. So how can we name them? There are two ways to name them. One is that you double click on them and you put the name E1, E2, and E3, so on. But the more convenient way you can do automatically, you just go to the plugins and there is an option of name unobserved variables. You just need to click this option and you will see that E1, E2, E3, E4 and E5 will appear here. Without putting these names, you can not run the CFA procedure. So you need to confirm that you have named the error terms, you have named the indicators, and you have named your construct. And after doing this, you need to go to analysis properties. This is the option of analysis properties. You need to open this, and you will find in estimation maximum likelihood. You don't need to change anything from here. You just need to go to the output window, and then you need to uncheck minimization history because we have not yet done any work here and we don't need any history, any past history of our estimation procedure. So we need to uncheck it. We need the standardized estimate from here. We also need factor score weights from here. We can also have you can say these are the options that you can apply with zero order model. The remaining options we can apply in first order or second order, but with the zero order model you just need to apply only these two options. So what you need to do, you need to cross it because there is no option of okay over here. When you have checked some options, you just need to cross it and then you need to run this procedure, calculate estimate. So you just need to click on it and it will run the procedure. But you can see there is nothing appeared over here. So how can we see whether the procedure has run or not? You can see there are options. There are some options which are calculated over here, and you can also see this first window. You can click on the red arrow button. When you click on the red arrow button, there are some numbers that are being appeared. These are basically the regression estimates, but we don't need the regression estimate. We need the factor loading estimate over here. So how can we find out the factor loading estimate over here? Uh, you can see there are unstandardized estimate and there are standardized estimate. So you need to click on standardized estimate to see the factor loading value over here. So these are the factor loading values. So this is basically the procedure of doing the CFA with zero order model. The other things that you can see in this model are the model fit values. So how can we find the model fit values? You just need to check this button, that is view text. You need to click on it and you will find MS output window over here. And here there are options of estimate and model fit. First, we need to check the estimate button. Here you can see the regression weights that were previously showing in your graphical output as a unstandardized estimate, but we basically does not need this table. Here the CR mean critical ratio, which is basically the p-value. So p-value should be greater than 1.96 and it is almost greater than 1.96. So these estimates are all are significant. You need to see the standardized regression weights, or you can see them as a factor loading values. So these are basically the factor loading values that you need. So these values are greater than 0.70. So we can say that all our factors are basically measuring their construct because the factor loadings are greater than 0.70. You don't need to see anything else from here. You just need this table as a factor loading table from here. What you need to see further, you just need to open this model fit option from here, and you will see a number of options like CMIN divided by DF. This value should be less than 5, but in our case this is greater than 5. So it's mean there are some error in our data set that need to be checked and need to be verified. So I will let you know how can we make improvement in our model. So we need to decrease this CMIN divided by DF. This value should be less than 5. While you can see GFI value, GFI value should be greater than 0.90. So these values are 0.90. These values are greater than 0.90, but AGFI is less than 0.90. So maybe when we improve the segment divided by DF, this value will also increase. Next, you need to see the baseline comparison. Here you need to see the NFI. The NFI is also greater than 0.90. RFI is also greater than 90. TLI is also greater than 0.90. So these values are good. So we don't need to be worried about these values. So these values are good. Then you can see uh, the RMC value. The RMC value, if you would see, is greater than 8%. It should be less than 8%, but it is greater than 8%, so this value is not good. And the P close value should be greater than 5%, and it is less than 5%, so this value is also not good. So we need to have some improvement in our model. So how can we apply the improvement? So there is a procedure that need to be apply over here for model improvement. So let me explain that procedure. You need to go to the analysis properties. Here you can find the standardized estimate and factor score estimates, and there is an option of modification indices here. You need to select it, and you need to put 10 instead of 4 over here as a threshold for modification indices. It means that we have considered 10 as a modification indices rather than 4, because 4 is a very narrow indices for measuring the modifications. So you need to put 10 here, and you need to cross it here, and you need to run the estimate, calculate the estimate, and it is calculated. So how can you see? You need to go to this view text, and you will find that under estimation there is another options that have appeared is modification indices. Before seeing this, I would like that you should see the model fit again. This value should be less than 5. So how can we improve? We just need to go to the model indices, and you can see here under the covariance hat that they have suggested that we should correlate E3 with E5. So this is the thing that we should correlate from our model, E3 with E5. So this is E3, this is E5. So we need to correlate them. So this is the option which we use for correlation. We just need to create a correlation between E3 and E5 as have suggested with model modification indices. So they have suggested that we need to create it. So what we need to do again, we need to run the model again, like this, calculate estimate. After clicking on calculate estimate, you need to go to the view text, and from here you need to see the model fit again. You can see that Siemens divided by DF has decreased, and it is now less than 5. And you can see that GFI is also increased. Previously it was less than 0.90, but it is now enhanced. So you can also see the RMC value. It is close to 0.09, which is somehow acceptable. And this value should be greater than 5%, and it has increased. We can still enhance uh, the model. We can see the model indices, and this time it has not suggested anything from here. So if it has suggested to pair some more error terms, we can use it. So this is the final model that we can use, because our Semen divided by DF is less than 5. Uh, and we can see that RMC is close to 9%, which is acceptable up to some extent, and P close is greater than 5%, it is acceptable, and our CFI, TLI, RFI, NFI values are acceptable. Our GFI, EGFI, and PGFI values are acceptable. So it means this model is good. The other thing I would like to let you know is the plugin option that I have installed some plugins using the previous part of today's discussion. There are some options like validity and reliability, validity and reliability, validity and reliability. These options are workable when you have more than one construct. So as we have only one construct, so we don't need to run these procedures. But we can see the model fit indices directly from here. You just need to click it, model fit measures. Does your data file have missing data? I need to select no. Because if you select yes, you need to do some missing value analysis. So you just need to click on no, and it will show you model fit measures like this, and it will let you know that whether your model is acceptable or not. In the current form, you can see that this value is acceptable. CFI value is also acceptable. SRMR value is also acceptable, while the RMC value is somewhat terrible because this value should be less than 0.06. In addition, p value should be greater than 5%, and this value is greater than 5%. So this is basically the cutoff criteria, and this is the model fit measures which you can adopt from the options of plugins that were not previously available. So in this session, in the first part, I have told you how to install the missing plugins. So if you have missed this part to how to install the missing plugins, you should see the recordings. So after doing this is basically the zero order model. So what we do with the first order model, how do we uh, consider the procedure for first order model? So we need to create a first order model over here. So let's suppose I would like to create a new model over here, just like this. Yes, and this is the new file that I have opened over here. Every time you open a new file, you need a data set for this. So select the data set, go to your working directory from where you have created your data set like this. This is our data set that we are using here, and you need to verify that your data set has appeared over here. So what I need to do, I need to create more than one constructs over here in order to create a first order model. So I need to put this one, and I need to put 5 indicators, let's suppose, for each construct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After creating this, what I need to do, I need to deselect it. I need to create a copy, but for creating the copy of this construct, I need to select this option, select all objects, and then you need to select this radio sign, which is basically used for duplicating the object. You just need to click on it, and then you need to click and drag, just like this. Again, you need to click and drag. Again, click it. You need to click and drag like this. So I have created for your convenience 3 constructs with 5 indicators each, in order to exemplify how the first order model is basically applied here. You can see it is showing in blue color. It means they are selected. So you need to deselect them like this. Again, you need to have them in a arrangement. So how can you arrange them? You need to select this rotation indicators of latent variable. You need to select this like this, like this, and like this. You can arrange them in a single row. You can select them. For example, there is an option of preserve symmetry. You should select it, and you should select move objects from here. If, because selecting the preserve symmetry and then move objects will basically select all of the indicator along with its constructs. Now what you need to do, you need to rotate this indicator just like this. You can again choose the preserve symmetry button and move object button, just like this and just like this. So these are 3 indicators which we have choose for our first order analysis. So we need to put data here. So go to your variable if you have loaded your data set. First, you need to confirm that you have loaded your data set. So what you need to do, you need to put your indicators again. 1, adopt 2, adopt 3, adopt 4, adopt 5. Then again for a second constructs, for example, I would like to use playful as my second indicator, second construct. Playful 1, playful 2, playful 3. Simply you need to drag and drop here. Playful 5. And let's suppose I would like to choose repurchase intention. Repurchase intention 1, repurchase intention 2, repurchase intention 3, repurchase intention 4, and repurchase intention 5. So you can see that the names of the indicators are coming outside of the indicators. So what we need to do, we need to select them all. We need to click on this button and we need to enhance the width of these indicators just like this, like this. So the names has been adjusted. So what I need to do, I need to deselect them. So after deselecting them, you need to put the name of your constructs here. You need to double click. You need to put adopt here, cross. Then you need to double click here. You need to put play here. This is another construct. Then you need to double click here. You need to put repurchase intention RP hyphen INT, because putting the complete name would again require to enhance the width of this construct. So I have put it the name in a short form. So how these have been created. So again, what you need to do, you need to put the names of your unobserved error terms. So previously we have used the plugin and then we go to the name unobserved variable and you can see that their names have been put it over here. Then next thing what you need to do, when you have created a number of independent or independent variable or some of the independent constructs, you need to create a covariance. When you have a single construct, you don't need to create any covariance because covariance requires at least two constructs. In this case, we have three constructs, so we need to covariate adopt with playful and playful with repurchase intention. And in the same way, we need to consider the covariance between repurchase intention and adopt also. So how can we do it? There are two ways we can do it. The first thing is the manual procedure. You can apply the manual procedure. You can correlate both of them, and then you can correlate these two like this. So you can verify at least two errors should be attached to each construct. So this is how you can create manual way of correlation. There is another way. There is another way you can create the correlation. You go to the plugin option, and here there is a option of there is an option of draw covariances. How can you create? You need to select the constructs just like this. They will show like a blue. Uh, they will show like a blue circle. Uh, each one of them show like a blue circle. Then you can apply the plugin. Go to the draw covariances, and it will automatically draw the covariances here. And then you need to deselect them. So what we need to do next, we need to go to this adjustment like this. uh, when we have uh, at least two constructs. We need to select the standardized estimate. We need to select factors for weights. We need to uncheck minimization history because this is not what is required from this analysis. We need to check the spared multiple correlation. We need to check covariances of estimates. We need to check correlation of estimates, and nothing more from here we need to check. And we need to see what is previously selected maximum likelihood. So this is the procedure we can apply over here. So you just need to verify that you have selected these options. So you just need to cross here. You need to go and run the calculate estimate, and you need to save your model. For example, I can save it with the name of model 2. I can save it and it will run the procedure. So after running the procedure, what you need to see, you need to click on it. It will show you the values, but they are not visible. So how can you make them visible? There is an option. You can go, you can go here and you can move the objects just like this, this, and this. And then you need to deselect the symmetry, preserve symmetry. You just need to click on the move objects, just like this, in order to see the values of your factor loading. So how can you see the value of factor loading here? So there is a very easy procedure that you can apply over here. So you can go again here with this red arrow sign. You can see the factor loading value over here: 0.86, 0.89, 0.90, 0.86, 0.81. These are all the factor loading values that you can see. According to Hire et al., these values should be greater than 0.70. So there are some of the values which are less than 0.70. You can delete them and you can rerun the procedure. So some of the values are less than 0.70. The second thing that you need to see over here, you need to select the view text, and you need to see the model fit over here. This value is less than 5, so your model is okay. But you can see here the GF value is 0.90, but AGFI is less than 0.90. So this value is not good. You can also see baseline comparison. You can see the CFI value is good, NFI value is good. You can see the RMC value. It is close to 9%, but it should be less than 6%. And P close should be greater than 5%, but it is less than 5%, so the model is not fit. So what is the procedure? The same procedure applies here for model fitness, as I have previously let you know. So how can we apply that procedure for model fitness? So you simply go to your analysis properties, and you can select the modification indices, and you should select the 10 number here, cross it, and then you run the procedure again, and then you go to the model fit indices. Here you will find modification indices, model fit, and so on. So you need to see the model fit. Model fit is okay, but your AGFI is not okay. Your RMC value is not okay. Your peak loss value is not okay. So you need to see the modification indices. Here they have suggested a number of uh, error terms indication. You need to verify that you need to covariate only the error terms of a particular variable or constructs. So first you need to covariate E11 and E13. So you need to see E11 and E13 from here. This is E11, this is E13. What they have suggested, E11 and E13. See from here, okay, E11 and E13. So you need to select E11 and E13 from here. You need to covariate between both of these, E11 and E13. So you need to rerun the procedure again, and you will find some values again from here. You need to see the model fit. It has decreased. The AGFI value is somewhat increased. The CAFI value is somewhat increased. You need to see the RMC value. It is somewhat looks better, but E close is not good. So we need to again see the modification indices. Now it has indicated that E10 should be linked with playful, but this is not a good choice because you need to create the covariance between basically error terms only. So you need to link down E9 and E10. So we can create here E9 and E10. This is E9 and this is E10. So we need to link the covariance between E9 and E10 and run the procedure again and then see what has happened in the model fit. It has improved many times. You can see the GFI, AGFI values has increased. You can see the RMC value. It is greater than 5 now. It is increased to too much level, and RMC value is less than 6%. So our model is fit now. We can conclude that our second order model is fit now. So we can verify this from the plugin also. We can go to the model fit measure from here. Does your data file have missing data? No. And we can find over here how much our value is. Our value is excellent. It is its interpretation is our value is excellent. These are the original estimates in the column 1. CFI value is excellent. SRMR value is excellent because it is less than 8%. RMC, sorry, there was an interruption of internet. I am connected again. So I was discussing about uh, that this model fit measures are excellent to have for your fit criteria. P clause is greater than 5%, so this is excellent. So you can copy these tables from here and you can put as an output table in your analysis procedure. So this is how we can estimate a first order model. Now I would like to let you know how to create a second order or higher order model, but my suggestion is that don't go beyond the second order model because whenever your model becomes complex, uh, the MS may indicate some error in that model. So try to make your model up to second order model. So I will let you know how you can create it. You just need to save it, Control S. Then you need to create a new file here. Every time you create a new file, you need to upload the data set again. So I need to upload the data set from this option, select data file, double click group number 1, go to your data file, select your data file, click OK, and you need to click on this to verify that your data has uploaded again. So what is second order model? Second order model basically requires you to have a construct which is based on its dimensions. So let's suppose I have a construct which is based on 2 or 3 dimensions, and I would like to calculate or measure that construct on the basis of 2 or 3 dimensions. How can I measure that construct? So there is an easy way. You just need to open it. Let's suppose my construct is based on adopt and add type or use. Let's suppose that adopt and computer use are two of the constructs, or let's suppose a type use and computer use. These are basically the two of the dimension that would measure a construct, that is computer usage. So I need to create two constructs here. So how can I create? I just need to put this circle here. I need to put here 5 indicators. All right. I can create another circle here. I need to put here 4 indicators because the second one was based on 4 indicators. The next thing I can do, I can rotate these signs like this. I can I can move them using this like this. So the two indicators has been created, and now I need to create a second order because my theory assumes that this indicator is based on these two dimensions. So how can I create this? I don't need to create any type of model here or any type of indicators here. I just need to move it just like this. Yes. And I need to put two arrows from here to here. So here I would say that this one construct is based on these two dimensions. So this is called as second order construct. So what I need to do next, I need to click on this. This is a touch-up box and it will rearrange what is not in order. So you need to just click on it and it will rearrange your arrows. So what you need to do next, you need to open your variable box and you need to put your desired indicators here. So let's suppose I would like to use a type use as my first constructs indicators. A type use 1, A type use 2, A type use 3, A type use 4, and A type use 5. In the same way, I would